My name is Aryan Naik, and this is my project 2 for design and manufacturing. So, you know what I love to do? I love to cook. I love it a lot, and I like to make my own dishes. The problem is, my knife skills are not super good. I either cut too slowly and ruin the momentum of the recipe, or I cut too quickly and end up cutting myself. Yes, this has happened before. The greatest chefs like Gordon Ramsay or Bobby Flay, they know how to use a knife properly, quickly, and safely, but I don't really know how to do this. You can tell the difference by looking at these GIFs here. So on the top right is something that I strive to be. Takes years of experience, and I honestly don't think I can do it in time. The left is what I am right now. And this got me thinking, how can I and other beginner cooks cut more efficiently and safely without the years of training required? Hence, my project 2 personal improvement is the cutting buddy. This is an addition to everyday cutting boards that I can lay on top of the board to help me cut more uniformly, faster, and most importantly, safer. I am right-handed, so the main issue is that I need my left hand to not only hold the vegetable or fruit being cut, but also to help align the knife to produce clean cuts for cooking. So to go through this, I'm going to go through some concept drawings, manufacturing processes, material selections, advantages, disadvantages, and some resources to close it out. So here's an overall look at my improvement, the cutting buddy. On the top, you can see an isometric view of this where you can see a handle for your offhand, a guard wall on the right side, and a tunnel that on the middle of the cutting buddy that food passes underneath. On the bottom, you can see that there are magnetic patches underneath the cutting buddy so that it can easily be latched into place on the cutting board, which will also have magnetic patches. It looks very easy to use, and it in fact is. Let's go through how. So here is the right view and the isometric view again as a drawing. You can see here, as I mentioned before, the magnetic patches on the bottom. You can see here the food tunnel and which food passes under, the guard wall, and the handles for the offhand. So how to use this? You want to place this product on a cutting board, and you want to lay your vegetable on the cutting board in front of the food tunnel entrance. Then you want to use your offhand to slide the cutting buddy over the vegetable, and as you're sliding it, you want to use the guard wall up over here. You want to align your knife with the guard wall parallel to it, and you want to cut uniformly down, slowly at first, and then faster and faster as you get used to it. This will allow your hand, your offhand specifically, to not be anywhere near the cuts, the knife, the blade, so you will be safe. It also allows for uniform cutting more than human fingers can provide. Here are some other views, a top view and a front view. As you can see, the food tunnel is very spacious and allows for different sized vegetables or foods like carrots, cucumber, zucchini, etc. Of course, the handles for the offhand and the guardrail are also present. So here is a new cutting board, which have magnetic patches, as you can see here. These magnetic patches are implemented for securing the buddy when not in immediate use. So you can cut some cucumber and you can cook with the cucumber, and when you're not using the buddy, just latch it onto those magnetic patches. The reason these magnetic patches, of course, are the same color as the wood is to keep the aesthetic and maintain human factors so as to attract more customers to buy it. And here is the final rendition with the cutting buddy attached to the cutting board. Of course, it can be detached and reattached for extra room on the cutting board as needed, but it's just a quick way for the cutting buddy to be attached to the board and not fall someplace else and possibly get damaged. So when we talk about manufacturing processes, since the cutting buddy will be a plastic material, I suggest starting with 3D printing or prototyping. This phase will allow to test and refine the ergonomics and functionality of the product. Once the final design is confirmed, I recommend transitioning to injection molding for mass production. This process involves creating a mold, melting the plastic, injecting it into the mold, cooling it, and injecting the final part. Injection molding is ideal for producing large quantities efficiently in a short time, making it cost-effective for bulk manufacturing. More specifically, creating the mold itself is a critical step, as it directly impacts the precision and quality of the cutting buddy. It is important that CNC machining or EDM, which is electrical discharge machining, is used to achieve the necessary precision of molding. For material selection, I recommend thermoplastics be used, specifically ones like polypropylene or PP or acrylonitrile butadiene styrene, or ABS for short. This is because they have great impact resistance, durability, and even cost effectiveness. The main benefit, however, is chemical resistance. These materials are resistant to most kitchen chemicals, meaning they won't degrade or become damaged when exposed to detergents or food acids. Products like Legos, as shown here, they use ABS very frequently, and that's because they're known for their durability and toughness. Everyone knows how tough Legos are, and this is exactly what I want the cutting buddy to be as well. So some advantages, mainly safety. The non-dominant hand's fingers are out of reach, contrary to traditional cutting practices. If you're not a master chef, then you're more likely than not going to cut your hand at one point. And so it's very safe to use this product. It's also detachable, and the product is dishwasher safe, including those magnets. This is very, very good for everyday routines, chores, and lifestyles. Of course, this means it is a separate item from the cutting board itself, but it does come with the cutting board product. It is easy to stow away, and it allows for fast cutting for various food items. Some extra advantages are that it's cheaper than a mandolin, which is a full-fledged product that is used for cutting food. And this is mainly because it doesn't come with a metal blade, and it also is a smaller, very small version that comes with a cutting board. Finally, it has a great lifetime before you need to buy another one. Unless you severely, on purpose, damage it, you will not need another one for a very long time. This is why that the Cutting Buddy is a very ideal product improvement that can help not just me, but a lot of people who are striving to cook better with better cutting skills. Some disadvantages I feel is that the initial cutting may be needed on the vegetables to allow it to stay still on the board as you pass the cutting buddy over it. You might need to make some initial cuts to the vegetable, and this makes it very non-ideal just to put a raw vegetable on the board because it could move around when you're cutting it. It could wobble and it could fall out of place or fall out of the food tunnel. Moreover, it takes up more volume on the cutting board itself. Even though you can take it off, when you're latching it on the magnetic patches, it does take up more room, and so you won't have as much room to cut when that is on. Finally, the cutting board general cost will go up because of this extra product attachment that comes with it. Other than these disadvantages, I don't see any more, and overall, I think this is a great product to use. Here are some of my resources where I got information on wood cutting boards, mandolin parts, and of course my CAD software Onshape. Quick disclaimer, this product improvement idea was created solely for educational purposes and not for any commercial viability. Thank you so much for watching.